First off, thank you so much from all of us here at Idaho Miss Amazing for volunteering to be part of the event. We are so excited to have you be part of the 2019 event and to be part of our Idaho Miss Amazing family. My name is Ashley Van Boris, and I'm the Idaho Miss Amazing State Director. I have been part of Idaho Miss Amazing since the 2014 event. My very first experience was as a buddy, and at first I was very unsure of what being a buddy entailed. So I'd like to take the time to explain some things, tell you what to expect on the day of the event, and to introduce you to Idaho Miss Amazing. Miss Amazing began in 2007 in Omaha, Nebraska. While it first began as a community pageant, it has since transformed into a powerful platform used to celebrate incredible strengths and abilities of girls and women with disabilities. Our mission is to help build confidence and self-esteem in these girls and women in a supportive environment. At first, Miss Amazing began by calling it a pageant, but later switched to the word event due to the fact that the word pageant can sometimes bring negative connotations or be considered a beauty pageant, and that is not at all what Miss Amazing is about. We want to make sure that our focus is always on each and every participant and watching them grow and develop throughout the event. This being said, Miss Amazing is not a competition. We recognize each and every participant for what they are, amazing. And we crown all of them as princesses at the end of the final show. One girl from each age division is chosen to be a state representative and have the opportunity to represent our state at the National Miss Amazing event. Here are some tips for you buddies. First off, you are called a buddy and they are called a participant. Knowing this will help avoid some confusion later on when we use those words. A lot of our buddies come in with little to no experience working with people with disabilities. You might even be a little bit nervous, and that is totally okay. I want to remind you that our participants are just like you, so try to keep a few things in mind. First off, use people first language, meaning you put the person before the disability. A disability is just a diagnostic, and our participants are so much more than that. When speaking, try to avoid using things like the autistic girl and put people first, which would mean the girl with autism. Also avoid using words like normal to describe people without disabilities. These are common things people do due to just not knowing, but using people first language can make a big difference. Next thing is try not to discuss our participants' disabilities at all. We do want to make sure that our conversations at the event are centered around their accomplishments and their growth rather than their disabilities. They are told all the time by society what they cannot do. Let's be the ones who remind them of all the things that they can do. Any stereotypes that you have now, go ahead and throw them away. We want to make sure that you come to our event with an open mind and a positive attitude, and you won't be able to do that very well if you have stereotypes sitting in the back of your head that most likely aren't even true. We want to make sure that you are giving your participant the same respect that you give everyone else. Greet them with a handshake, speak to them at eye level, ask them for clarification if you need it, and speak to them in an appropriate volume unless they specifically ask you to speak up. A lot of our participants are very independent, meaning that they don't need help with everything. Make sure that you ask the participant if they need help, wait for a response, and then act based upon her answer. There are some participants that need a bit more help, and that's totally okay. Just make sure that you ask them before acting upon anything. Do not assume that they need help with everything. That can take away their sense of independence and pride, and we certainly don't want to do that. All of these girls have talents, hobbies, and interests. It's up to you to learn these things and to develop a relationship with her. This can be done best while our phones are put away, unless of course you are taking a picture. We want to make sure that our cell phones are not a distraction and that we are giving our participants the undivided attention that they also deserve. The day of the event. The day will begin at check-in, where you will receive your Idaho Miss Amazing shirt that you will wear throughout the day and your name tag. The t-shirts will be black. Please wear black pants as well to the event. You'll be able to go to the bathroom and change into your t-shirt, and then you can take a seat in the auditorium while you will wait for your short orientation to begin. Next will be orientation, where we will go over just a few quick details for the day. After that, you're going to be introduced to your participant and likely to her family as well. At this time, it would be a good idea to get your participant's family's contact information and to ask any questions that you might have. Keep in mind the tips that I gave you earlier and begin to build a relationship with her that you will continue to build all day. Following participant check-in, she will have the opportunity to go change into her t-shirt, and then we will have a short participant orientation and a pump-up session to get them all excited for the day. You will then begin your busy schedule for the day. Schedules will be posted on large paper in several places. You will guide and support your participant throughout her day, including stage practice, interviews with the judges, hair and makeup, and showtime. There will also be some downtime in the middle of all of this. It is your responsibility to make sure that your participant gets to all the places that she needs to get to into the appropriate time. During your downtime, take the opportunity to get to know her more, take some pictures, and just have fun. Many participants love having their picture taken, and you may also choose to take a picture with her. We'll have a photo booth set up, and you guys can go and get some picture taken and just have some fun. Just be sure to ask her permission first before you take pictures. We will also have a variety of activities to help fill any downtime. Be sure to ask your participant what she would like to do, as some would just prefer some quiet downtime rather than doing an activity. This is also a great time to go over what your participant wants to say when she introduces herself to the judges in interviews and when she introduces herself on stage. Please remember during the day that it is very important for you to keep track of time and to make sure you are to her scheduled interview on time and that you fit in all the other stations in the allotted time. There will be plenty of Idaho Miss Amazing staff members around to answer any questions you might have. During the day, we will also be offering you lunch or dinner depending on the show that you are volunteering for. We will be providing sandwiches, chips, and water. If you have any dietary restrictions, be sure to just bring a lunch from home. So, a little breakdown of the different things that you will be doing throughout the day. Interviews with the judges. Your participant will get to participate in an interview sessions where she will get to tell the judges all about herself. She may keep her Miss Amazing t-shirt on at this time, or she may choose to change into something else. That decision is up to her. Your participant might be very excited and very willing to tell the judges all about her and her interests and her hobbies. Other participants might be a little bit more nervous. Make sure that if that happens, to encourage her that the judges are all very kind and that there are no wrong answers to any questions. Remind her that the judges are only there to get to know her and to see how she has grown from the event. Prompt her only if necessary by whispering her ear maybe something that she had previously told you earlier in the day in conversation. But do not speak for her or prompt her unless it is absolutely necessary. Do everything you can to give her the power to speak for herself. Hair and makeup. Each participant will have the opportunity to have their hair and makeup done by a team from Paul Mitchell, the school, if she chooses. There will also be bathrooms and changing areas where your participant will be able to change into her evening wear gown for the show. Stage practice. This is a very important step that we don't want anyone to ever miss. Please be sure to get your participant over to the stage where she will learn how the stage will be set up for the show, where she will go on stage and just have the opportunity to stand on the stage, get comfortable, and just process it all. The final show. This is the part of the day that everything else leads up to. As part of the show, there is the parade of contestants, on-stage introductions, and evening wear, which are combined, and then crowning. During the parade of contestants, everyone will be lined up in participant order. This is the participant's first time going on stage, and it is very fun and lighthearted with music playing in the background. Everyone will walk down center stage, get a chance to be at the moment to wave or smile or maybe dance. Ask her if she would like to do this alone or if she would like for you to go with her. If you go with her, you will be on her left side. Encourage her to relax and have fun throughout the entire show. If she sees those things in you, it will help her. So make sure that you smile and have fun as well. This year, on-stage presentations and evening wear are going to be combined. So everyone will be lined up in participant order, just like with the parade of contestants. And they will walk out, meet up with their right-hand man who will walk them on stage, or you if they choose for it to be you. Then they will have the opportunity to walk up to the front, to the microphone, introduce themselves, tell the judges and the crowd a little bit about themselves, and then they'll go backstage. The show will conclude with crowning. As I mentioned before, each girl will first be crowned as a princess and given the crown that each of them so deserves. Then there will be a representative chosen for each age division who will represent Idaho Miss Amazing for the year and at the national event in Chicago. Remember again to stand behind your participant so she can take the time to shine. Some of the girls will be absolutely thrilled during crowning. Be sure to celebrate with her, encourage her, and congratulate her on her great accomplishments. Other participants may be a bit disappointed that they didn't get selected as a queen or as a state representative, as we call it. If this is the case, be sure to encourage her and tell her how proud you are of all of her accomplishments throughout the day. Also, try not to use terms like winners and try to refer to them as our Idaho state representatives. We want to make sure that the focus is on the participants and all of their accomplishments, and that they can go on stage and do these scary things, and that they have the opportunity to grow and shine. Please remember that we pair you with a participant based on need, weeks in advance. There is a participant who will show up that day, excited to meet you and to have your support. Please do not let her down by just not showing up. That puts us in a bind, and it is really disappointing for the participant. Make every effort to make this a priority as you have committed. If something comes up and you cannot make it, just let us know as soon as possible so we can make other arrangements for your participant. If there is an emergency the day of and you cannot make it, again, please just let us know. Being a buddy is such a special experience, really unlike anything other than that. It is so rewarding to see how proud the participants are of themselves, and you will be incredibly proud of your new friend as well. You will likely walk away from the event with a new friend for life, and we encourage you to foster and continue to build that friendship even after the event. Feel free to ask any Idaho Miss Amazing staff members any questions you have leading up to the event or at the event as well. We are here to help you have a wonderful day as you help your participant have a wonderful day at the event and have a very memorable experience. Again, thank you so much for volunteering to be a buddy at the 2019 Idaho Miss Amazing event. See you then.